Oh, that's right. I don't even do intros anymore. I forgot.
That's right,
Jesus Christ almighty.
No, you just roll right into it.
Right, we just roll into the show. So, Mike, it's really funny for me getting to watch this with you because this is almost the antithesis of anything we've ever watched together for this show, or your show even.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've done
Together.
Parodies.
I'm talking about together. I'm talking about purely you and I know you've done Plump Fiction and all kinds of stuff like that. I'm more talking about
Chicken Park, yes.
Yeah, I'm more talking about you. Like, most of the time when you and I get together for my show or your show, it's not a straight parody comedy.
No. I'm trying to think if we've talked about funny films. Maybe?
Things that have had comedy in them.
Yeah.
Like, I think Glenn Ross is darkly comic.
Yeah.
But it's not like this, where it's like jokes a minute. Jokes at machine gun pace. Yeah, so on this episode of the Kulturecast, we're going to be talking about Mafia! Otherwise known as the title that I prefer, Jane Austen's Mafia.
And that was the title on the movie I watched.
Yeah, but I guess Mafia! Is, I don't know. Who knows? I don't, obviously we know why they did it because of all the Jane Austen films coming out at that time, but why they would end up changing it after the fact is strange, because Jane Austen's Mafia is a hilarious title. Yeah. It just is. Like, it is. So anyways, but on this episode, we're going to be talking about 1998's Mafia.
The story of the Cortino crime family began on the streets of old New York.
Hi, Anthony. How's my favorite florist? This is for you.
When a simple florist...
You know, your papa never paid me what he owes.
...discovered his destiny. From these humble beginnings, he rose to become the head of a mafia empire.
Anthony, they're criminals.
I'm not my father, Diane, just as you're not your father. We were our fathers. What we did last night would only be legal in Arkansas.
Until one day, his past caught up with him.
Say hello to my little friend.
How bad is it?
You lost a lot of blood, but we found most of it.
Oh. A while ago, I was shot 47 times. It really got me thinking. How lucky.
Touchstone Pictures invites you into a dangerous world of ruthless men.
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
They're murderers.
Criminals are people too, Diane. If you prick a murderer, does he not leave a blood trail all the way back to his Rockingham estate?
Powerful women. Torrid romance.
You don't own me, Anthony.
That's why we don't have nice things, Pepper.
Get out of my life!
And a crime wave that's taking the nation by storm.
El Nino.
This summer, behold the underbelly of the underworld. Jane Austen's Mafia.
What's your name?
Diane.
Like me.
I named him after his mother.
I'm a mother?
So the film is directed by Jim Abrams. It's written by Jim Abrams, Greg Norberg, and Michael McManus, and it stars Jay Mohr, Lloyd Bridges, Olympia Dukakis, Christina Applegate, and Billy Burke. And there's a lot of other people in the film, but we'll talk about it when we talk about it. And what is this film? Well, it's not a Jane Austen's Mafia story. It is essentially, it is Naked Gun to police stories. This film is that for Mafia. Or The Godfather.
There you go.
It's The Godfather, it's Casino, it's Goodfellas, but there are other movie references that those, Naked Gun has references to other stuff too.
It really relies on The Godfather and then a little Casino thrown in there. I mean, those are the major sources they're cribbing from on this one.
The framing device, even. It's told there's flashbacks of, Tony's dad, played by Lloyd Bridges. You see him as a young man, played by Louis Mandylor. And then you see the Jay Mohr, Al Pacino character's story. The beats are the same. You know, it doesn't open at a wedding, but there is a wedding scene. You know, it doesn't, you know, the end isn't as gory, but it has the same ending as The Godfather. It really follows the beats of The Godfather with The Godfather 2's flashbacks.
I was shocked that there was no horse head in this movie.
Yeah, me too. It's weird. And, you know, I was wondering like how we were going to talk about this movie. Because again, a lot of the stuff in this movie, it's not hard to talk about, but like remember that one thing that's funny. And like, that's the hard thing about comedies. And frankly, that's why we haven't, we being I on my show, haven't talked about comedies often because comedy is hard to talk about, especially something like this. I mean, I know we're going to do a good job covering it, but this is a film that has sight gags out the ass. I mean, every frame of this movie has sight gags. So, I mean, we're not gonna sit here and list them, but my point being, like, there's part of this movie that's just inherently visual that it's hard to just, you know, describe to you. Like Naked Gun, like Airplane.
Right. And there were a lot where I was like, okay, I didn't see what that said. I'm sure it was funny.
Right.
But I'm not gonna bother rewinding.
So, on that note, Mike, this was your first time watching it all the way through?
It was, yeah. I had seen the trailer for this a lot, and I'm trying to remember why. Because this being 1998, I wasn't working at a video store at the time, so I don't know why I would have seen the trailer. So, but for some reason, I knew a lot of the gags beforehand. But yeah, this is my first time actually sitting down and watching this movie. And I've watched a lot of parody movies in my time. I don't know why I never saw this one.
Yeah, I don't know either, given that it's like it's a pretty mainstream one, I guess. I would say like this is in the twilight of these movies being good.
Yeah, this was, I think, the last thing that Jim Abrams directed, and this is kind of around that time before ZAZ passed things over to the Wayans brothers as far as parody films go.
This is like 1 year before Scary Movie.
Yeah, Friedberg and Seltzer were definitely players around this time. I think they started around Spy Hard. But yeah, this was, it wasn't the death knell of these films. This was actually pretty darn good. But that gong was about to sound pretty soon afterwards. Yeah,
in 2000 you have Scary Movie, which is, again, the DNA of this is, you know, this and Airplane and, you know, Hot. I mean, that's the one I didn't even mention. Hot Shots. I mean, holy shit. I mean, Hot Shots. This is more like Hot Shots than it is like Naked Gun.
Yeah, definitely.
But to be fair, this, like, what's funny, I saw this before I saw The Godfather, Goodfellas, and Casino. So what's funny is, like, I remember things. Whenever I watch The Godfather, I assume that there are going to be certain things there that are from this movie.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, and like it's like the Black Hand Don Fanucci in Godfather 2. I always forget that actor plays him. I always remember it as the actor who plays him in this movie.
Right, the one-armed man.
Right, yeah, exactly. The one-armed man.
And I was waiting for a one-armed man joke to happen here, and I know that was already, what was that called? Wrongfully Accused or whatever?
That was the Leslie Nielsen movie.
Leslie Nielsen, yeah. And I don't even think that was a ZAZ film. I think that was one of those off-brands.
So I do have to ask you, and you kind of have given it away already, did you like this movie?
I thought it was pretty amusing. There were a couple times where I was genuinely amused by it. I thought it was pretty solid. I think it does the right thing, you know, talking about how it cribs from two primary sources, or three if you want, because it's Godfather, Godfather 2, and Casino. That helps a lot. You know, I think the reason why Airplane works as well as it does is because it is almost beat per beat 0 hour. You know, the reason why Fistful of Chopsticks works is because it is beat per beat Enter the Dragon. I think it makes a lot of sense sticking to fewer sources, because otherwise you get that Friedberg and Seltzer, hey, remember that one moment in that one movie? And, oh, hey, here's Captain Jack Sparrow and Willy Wonka from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and this one character from this movie. And it's like, for fuck's sakes, guys, just tone it down. just stick to the story. I think that's why some of the scary movies work. I think the first one works. I think the third one works pretty well because it sticks to
hilarious.
Just a couple things, right? There's like a little bit of the M. Night Shyamalan film Signs. There's a little bit of War of the Worlds, but I mean, it kind of sticks to some things. There's the one character.
It's pretty much The Ring.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's
right.
That's the
one with the VHS tape. But
I'm
it's like the
thinking of
VHS
4.
tape slapped on top of the Signs.
Right. Yeah. So it makes sense. Let's stick to a couple things. I think Top Secret works very well, even though it's not pulled directly from one thing. It's pulling more from a whole bunch of tropes. But again, it's sticking to all tropes from an era. You've got a little bit of what's the one with Brooke Shields on the island? You get a little bit of Blue Lagoon with the one character and the resistance leader, but for the most part, you're sticking to World War II resistance films. It's like, okay, good. But yeah, I thought this worked well because it stuck to some very familiar beats. I was very happy when they ended the film with the whole cleanup of the 5 families kind of stuff. I thought that they picked the right moments to parody.
Well, and that's the thing about this movie, and I've gone to bat for this movie a lot, especially with people that I know who've never seen it. They're like, oh, it's, late parody movie, not going to be funny. I've never heard of it, so how could it be funny? And the problem is, and I realize this now, if you've never seen The Godfather or Casino, like your enjoyment of this movie is going to be severely diminished. Like, there are funny jokes in this movie. I'm not going to deny that. But having a base knowledge of the source material, I think, enhances your ability to enjoy this movie. Especially to know where the beats are coming from and the scenes that they're parodying. I mean, I watched Godfather 1, 2, and 3 and Casino so I would have a frame of reference, obviously. And the stuff in Casino that they parody is hilarious. The scene where you've got, where they're finding out the people that are cheating them is great. The intro is hilarious. And then, but again, like you said, a lot of it is from The Godfather. And if you're going to crib from a movie, you might as well crib from the movie of the genre, the movie that made the genre. I would contend you should also have put a little bit of Goodfellas in here because I don't think Casino is as strong of a movie as Goodfellas, but Casino is a much more interesting, Casino is a much more interesting place. And if you're going to set it in a casino, you might as well parody Casino because that's still fresh on everybody's mind. 3 years removed from, or 3 years before this movie.
I thought there were some good subtle jabs at Casino too. They didn't really keep with it as much as I wanted to, but one of my biggest complaints about Casino was just how many characters got voiceovers. I know like our main 2 characters, De Niro and Stone, get voiceovers, which is great and it works, and it kind of reminds me of it always reminds me of a watered down Goodfellas. So it's like, okay, well, Henry and Karen get voiceovers, but then when they start adding, oh God, I can't even remember the character's name, but
Nicky Santoro.
Thank you. When they add him, it's just like, really? This guy gets a voiceover too? It's like, what is going on here? I don't remember if there's a 4th. Is there a 4th? Is Pesci, does he get one?
No, Pesci gets one. That's Nicky Santoro. God. But there's one more. There's one more.
This is the one I'm thinking of, is the guy who's
you're thinking of the Frank Vincent one.
Yeah, why are you always getting fucking fresh? That guy is who I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Why are you always getting fucking fresh? Jesus Christ, I heard that in Frank Vincent's voice.
Right?
God. Oh, look, that's the other thing, as someone who just recently finished the Sopranos, like watching this kind of stuff, reading these things, I've been like entrenched in reading about the mob and mafia and stuff. So this seems like a final outlet here is to kind of watch these movies. But yeah, I agree. The thing about Casino that always bothered me was it's not as fun as Goodfellas, and Goodfellas is a fun movie. Casino is a dour, depressing movie, but also it's talking about a time in the mafia where there wasn't a lot of happy stuff happening. The mafia is essentially dissolving. It's talking about the dissolving of the mafia. Goodfellas kind of talks about it, but you're made to believe that at the end of the Goodfellas, while Henry gets out, the mafia still continues. He's not the downfall of the mafia.
Right.
But this was, the Kansas City grocery store stuff, they don't talk about it in this movie, but Casino talks about it. Casino's just not a fun movie. It's very depressing.
Henry kind of deserves what he gets too. You know, it's you get to see the rise and fall of that character, and he does the wrong thing by getting involved in drugs. You know, Paulie tells him don't do it, and he lies right to his face, and he just continues on with it. So
treat me like a fucking jerk.
Yeah, and he doesn't die at the end. You know, obviously the real guy's dead by now, but he doesn't die. You know, he just gets treated like a schnook. So it's like, okay, you know, like from you wearing those flashy suits when you're a teenager to now you're getting your egg noodles and ketchup. Sorry, but that's fate, man. You kind of made your own bed.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Goodfellas. Like, Goodfellas is fun. Casino isn't fun. Like, Goodfellas, like, again, the main character doesn't even die. Like, the main character barely has anything bad happen to him.
Right.
And that's a weird thing for a mafia movie. Because, I mean, in something like Casino, even in something like this, like, even though this is a parody of a mafia movie, plenty of people die in this movie. Like, plenty of people die. In, like, kind of horrific ways. You know, like, I mean, they're graphic and comedic, but, like, you know, you have Vincent Pastore getting shot in, you know, I Can Hear the Ocean. Like, it's still, I mean, again, it's about as graphic as The Godfather, you know. But it's I don't know. What I like about this movie is it has a sense of fun, and it's still a mafia movie, and it is a parody, but at least it's fun. And that's the problem that Casino doesn't have. Like, I know Goodfellas isn't a funny movie, but it is a funny movie. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, it's a very funny movie. Not the same way this is funny, but it's funny.
I laugh a lot.
Right? Yeah, me too. Yeah. And it's, you know, the other thing I appreciate about this movie is, again, in having the kind of the flashback story, the back and forth, it allows them to make some different jokes that they wouldn't be able to make, like Clemenza with the boxing duck, or, you know, Vincenzo Cortino fucking squeezing the olives.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The thing about these Zucker movies that always worked versus, like, you know, something like Friedberg and Seltzer, those movies make a point to, like, give you a moment to laugh.
Right.
And, like, they go on. This movie, the characters don't acknowledge any of the shit's insane. They don't acknowledge the fact that the child has supposedly been swimming behind the boat from Italy to Ellis Island for a year or whatever the hell it is. Or there's just an alien on the ship going to Ellis. An actual fucking alien is just standing on the ship. Like, they never acknowledge it. And I think that's what makes, you know, this, Hot Shots, Airplane work for me is take the comedy out and it's still a mafia movie. Take the comedy out of Airplane and it's still a disaster movie.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't do the thing that we get way too often in parody movies these days, which is the person turning to the camera and looking at us like, can you believe this shit? We don't need that. Like you said, treat everything completely seriously and just let the comedy play out. Yeah, he's squeezing the olives. He gets the one little drop out of it. The boss is like, okay, good job. Cuts that penny in half. You know, and as he's leaving the shot, it says, like, you know, olive oil freshly squeezed. You know, it's like, that's nice. Those are little nice touches that are going on in there. And it's not, hey, did you catch this? Did you see this? Get a load of this. It's like, oh, I don't need somebody, you know, jabbing me in the ribs with her elbow. Like, God, look at that. It's like, no, just trust me as an audience member that I can see this stuff.
Well, and that's the other thing, you know, trusting the audience and also not sacrificing the story for the jokes. I mean, that's essentially what we're saying here, right? Like, don't mug to the camera. Like, I mean, they have a scene in this movie where they do that, where they're like, stay in school and they like look at the camera and like, I don't get the joke because it's not funny, but like, it's like the one time they do it in this movie and it doesn't super bother me, but it's weird because it's that, I don't like, again, it's that weird thing of like, either you acknowledge it or you don't, but the moment you acknowledge it, it feels like you're taking us and thinking we're idiots. Because, like, I get it. Like, I get what the joke is. You don't have to explain it. Like, these kids are dumb. Like, I get it. The kids are dumb. But I I think, you know, when I think about parody movies, this again is kind of at the top of my list. And again, I know it's probably one of the reasons because I saw it so many times as a kid on DivX of all things. If you remember DivX.
I remember that format. Yep.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, DivX was a format where you could watch it for free once, and then you had to essentially pay to rewatch it with a special player that hooked up to the internet that would charge your card or something. It was ahead of its time in a lot of ways.
Yeah, though easily crackable because I watched a lot of movies on DivX and never paid a penny.
I was too young at the time to be able to do it, but I would have if I had been my age then. Because I'm sure that technology was not well predicted.
Nope.
But it was like this and Fletch and like a couple other things were like DivX's that I watched all the time. And you know, like I think for me, if we talk about like the jokes that I think land and are some of the funniest jokes in any of these parody movies for me is the joke at the end where she has a son. Christina Applegate's character has a son. And she goes, "Are you?" It makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense.
So
Jay Mohr shows up with a child and goes, "This is your son." And she goes, "I have a son," and it's like they don't hang a lantern on it. They just it's too stupid for fucking words. But the characters play it straight. They play it straight.
So good,
right?
Yeah, because we've seen that scene 1,000 times, but we've always seen it the other way. So I love that they turn it on its head.
Yeah. And then you have, I mean, you know, I don't know your feelings on Jay Mohr. I know he's a kind of polarizing comic. I don't know why. I don't get it. Like the role that he's asked to do in this movie is pitch perfect. He does a really good kind of Pacino adjacent role.
I used to watch Last Comic Standing, and he was the host of that for at least the first season, if not two. I mean, it's such a sad story with that show, just the way that it was kind of canceled and brought back and then off the air again. And each time they brought it back, it was weaker and weaker and weaker. And they had some great comedians on there. That was where I first was exposed to Alonzo Bowden. A lot of really good folks on there. Unfortunately, Amy Schumer was on there.
Oh yeah.
But Jay Mohr as the host, it was great because people would just make fun of him all the time, which you would do to your host on a comedy show. And he could take it. He definitely could take it, which was great, you know, and I thought he was very funny. And I can't really think of a role where I'm just like, oh yeah, Jay Mohr's fantastic in that. Maybe Go. I think that's probably the last time I would be like, oh yeah, Jay Mohr really is great in that. Yeah, he is a polarizing figure, and I don't understand why. It's like, is it just because he was known for like a good Christopher Walken impersonation? I don't know why people had to pick on him all the time.
Yeah, I don't either. It's strange because this is the movie I think of when I think of Jay Mohr. Like, this is the Jay Mohr performance that I think of. I don't have any frame of reference for anything else. So it's strange. I don't get it because it's not like he's Andy Dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Who I would consider, or like Dane Cook, or someone who's like a very polarizing comic.
Yeah. Oh God, Andy Dick, man. I feel so bad for that guy. It just feels like he is so troubled, and it's like, come on, you know,
right?
Get your shit together. Just come out of the closet already, Andy Dick.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I'm sorry, but
that's what it is.
That's what it always seems like to me. It's just like, you're struggling, man. It's okay.
Right. Oh, hey, you know what? I wish him the best, whatever he's up to, whatever he's doing, because, yeah, he does not seem well.
No. And that guy can be hilarious. When he was on the Ben Stiller show way back when, fucking fantastic.
I agree. And speaking of being funny, Lloyd Bridges.
Oh, poor Lloyd. He looks so... this was his last movie. Yeah, and you can tell.
Looking ragged.
Oh, boy.
Well, I think my favorite thing is actually the during the scene where he is shot and he is dancing at the wedding, because, you know, of course, in this movie he's being shot, and as he's being shot, they think he starts to dance faster, so they start playing faster music.
47 times, yeah.
Yeah, 47 times.
It's very much that joke from Airplane when the guy gets stabbed in the back and he's pointing at his back, and I can't remember the Elaine, I think her name is, the character is pointing at her back and everybody starts doing that.
What I really love in that scene is seeing the stunt double that they're using for Lloyd Bridges in terrible Lloyd Bridges mask.
Yes. Oh. Yeah.
Or anytime Lloyd Bridges has to do anything other than just stand there or sit in a bed.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but he's still funny. I mean, he is. Yeah. The scene in the office that's, the takeoff of the initial scene in Godfather, the opening scene of the film, is funny with the cat tail. They find creative ways to be funny in this movie that aren't, like you said, I feel like they didn't do the horse head joke because, I feel like that's too obvious.
It kind of is, yeah.
Right? No, instead they have a Forrest Gump joke or
Run, Florist. That was the one where I was just like, I know this joke. I've seen this 1,000 times.
Yeah, that's fair. And, it also, again, outside of the main cast, Christina Applegate's great. Billy Burke is great, who, many people know now as the sexy daddy from Twilight.
I'm watching this movie, and the whole time I'm thinking he's Thomas Gibson from Criminal Minds. And I'm just like, wow, this guy's really funny. Why have I never seen him play comedy before?
Well, that would be why.
Yeah, no, totally different guy. Yeah. And I mostly know him as being in Drive Angry. I thought he was fucking fantastic in that movie.
He's the villain in that movie, right?
Yeah. And or was it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Drive Angry.
I was thinking
Fichtner?
I was thinking Fichtner, because Fichtner's basically the devil in that movie, right? Yeah. And Fichtner's having a great time. I think he is Billy Burke is the cult leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a very long time. All I know is he's actually pretty good in Twilight. I know those movies get a bad rap, but there are good supporting actors in those movies that aren't Kristen Stewart's massively disinterested performance.
And people talk about what a great actress she is, and I'm just like, I'm having such trouble getting past Twilight that I've never given her a chance.
Can you get past Twilight with Robert Pattinson?
I guess I've seen him in a couple things, but he tends to play the same kind of psychotic person that I've seen in a lot of stuff.
Kind of aloof.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what the name of that, The Rover, I think it was, an Australian film. And I think I've seen him maybe in a couple of things. I mean, I'll give him a chance as the Batman, but...
Well, you're going to have 2 hours and 55 minutes of time to give it a chance, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. As a LOTR fan, whatever, bring it on.
Right? Give me more. Short.
Yeah.
give me the extended cut. Do you know who my favorite actress in this movie is?
Is it the one that plays the Sharon Stone character?
No, she's pretty great.
She is great. I mostly know her from Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me.
Right, yeah. I was trying to pick out where I had seen her, and I went back and looked. I was like, oh, yeah. No, Carol Ann Susie is in this movie, man. Monique Marmelstein from Coal Shack.
Clamato's wife.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I saw that name come up in the credits, I was like, oh my God.
That's what my reaction was for Gregory Sierra. It's like, really?
Oh, right. Oh my God. I didn't even realize that's who that was.
Wow.
Holy shit.
He's the guy with the daughter with the bad teeth.
Oh,
and again, they don't linger on it. Like, she's got those awful teeth, and then you see her again later, and she's got like those horse teeth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. at his birthday party. Yeah. Oh my God.
At the birthday party, which stands in for the wedding. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. And it's, again, like, they don't linger on anything. Like, they have multiple times where Lloyd Bridges' character says his name incorrectly, and nobody corrects him.
Right.
Don Corduroy, Don Cortisone. And, like, for me, those are my favorite kind of jokes, because it's just like, if you're listening and you're paying attention, you're gonna get it. Like the joke where they're in the suite and he has the giant penis.
Yeah.
That's from the Godfather book. That's not from the movie.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's Santino's thing. I mean, well, they kind of do it, but the woman at the wedding like does this. Yeah, that's like how they say that Santino's got that giant dick.
Yeah. I mean, it's, again, if I hadn't read
Sorry,
the book recently.
for the listening audience at home, I just put my two fingers together and then I moved them farther apart and farther apart to indicate the size of Sonny Corleone's penis.
Yeah, and boy, if you've never read the Godfather book, they linger on Santino's wiener a lot.
Oh yeah,
There's
Mario
a whole
Puzo
side.
liked talking about that ding dong.
He also liked talking about that woman's massive vagina.
Yeah.
With Sonny Corleone's massive penis.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, yeah. But that joke's not. I mean, it's in Godfather, but like I never knew what it was from until I watched the movie again, having read the book. Because again, they insinuate it in Godfather, but they don't outright say it.
Right.
They don't like the book does, obviously.
Yeah.
But you know what's weird is you look at the critical response to this movie, and everyone's just like, it's not. There's something about Mary.
Oh boy.
It's not the it's like, why are you bringing up it's something about Mary?
And that was the thing at the time.
I know
that was the high water mark.
But it's not the high water. Like the high water mark of this is Airplane.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, that's my issue is, like, you cannot compare this to any other kind of movie. It is its own. The only movie that can be compared to is Airplane, Hot Shots, Naked Gun.
Mm-hmm.
Can't compare this to any other comedy. That's the point of this movie.
Right. I mean, Wrongfully Accused was out the same year, so you'd think that they would start comparing those things,
Yeah. Do they not consider this in the same vein as Spaceballs and Blazing Saddles? Spaceballs more so. Blazing Saddles maybe a little bit less.
Right.
Spaceballs is like a more overt parody of a specific movie.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah. Same with this movie. I mean, even the poster, my God. I mean, the poster is a ripoff of the Godfather poster, but with the hands holding a fork and spoon over a plate of spaghetti. Or El Spaghetti on Lastico, as this movie likes. In Lastico.
I did like spaghetti on a stick. That was good.
Or the what was it? The Festival of the Olives Turning Black. It's those kinds of jokes that, like, that's why I remember this movie. It's not. I mean, it is partially Pamela Gidley. I mean, she's better than Sharon Stone is in Casino, because I'm not a huge fan of Sharon Stone in Casino personally. That's one of the reasons. That's one of the other reasons I don't go back to that movie. Is she plays that role too well, like way too well. Sharon Stone screaming at Robert De Niro is not something I want to spend 3 hours with.
I think one of the weakest moments for me for Mafia was the opening credits, which I know are a parody of the opening of Casino. Just, I thought that those jokes were a little flat, or they could have been funnier. But after you get past the opening credits, I was with the movie. I stuck with it. Yeah,
and there's even like long haul gags. They parody Goodfellas in one of the funnier scenes in the movie. The scene at the wedding where they mash the wedding scene with the bar, I guess the Copacabana scene from Goodfellas, with the what is it, the baboon on his head, and then the guy in the post office box.
Yeah, going around and seeing all those guys, and including the Eskimo,
right? Nick the Eskimo Molinaro.
Yes.
Yeah. It's funny. I mean, they know the scenes to take from other movies that are like ripe for parody, and that's one of them. The other one is like Jimmy exaggerated features, and it's a guy with like a giant nose and giant ears, and then he shows up later.
Ears.
Yeah, and he shows up later in the movie. I mean, and the Nick the Eskimo thing again. That's a late payoff in the movie too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they know the scenes to parody. And that's why, Zucker and Abrams and Zucker were so successful. Because they're the masters of this specific kind of movie. Good. Because, again, that we've seen how many other people try to do it and how many other people fail. A lot. I mean, more successful people have not been than the Zucker-Abrams Zucker.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I forgot there's the Jaws parody, too, when Pamela Gidley's swimming.
Right.
She gets pulled down. You even get that underneath shot of her. And I do like that turns into basically her getting pleasured. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, the Jaws. Who knew that the Jaws reference would be into cunnilingus in this movie?
Right.
Yeah. And then, I mean, again, they have, scenes that you wouldn't even think they would be able to parody, I would think successfully when, when Don Vito dies of a heart attack. In this movie, they use it as an opportunity to further the plot. Oh, he got assassinated by, for whatever reason, Chucky.
Yes.
But, I want to ask you, do you understand what the point of that joke is? I know what they're getting at, but, I don't, why? Of all
Why
the
is
things.
it Chucky?
Right, why?
I guess just because maybe it was popular at the time, and that was kind of strange that it was Chucky, but
right. It's
okay.
oddly specific,
mm-hmm.
and again, when a movie does things like this movie does, it feels like when you do something specifically, it's meant to be a joke.
Right.
And I just don't like we hired some strong arm goons, and then it's, stuff like that. That's I get it. You say a specific thing a specific way to get a specific reaction.
Right.
I just didn't get it. And I still don't get it. I guess it's a Child's Play reference, but sure. But yeah, I think if you've never seen this movie, again, your mileage is going to vary if you're not into mafia movies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's the problem, I think, with this movie. Really, it's you kind of have to really have a frame of reference, because some of the jokes are going to land, and then some of the other, the deep jokes, there are, there's, topical references that don't land, the OJ reference and a Lyle Menendez reference that, really date the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good when he pulls out the gun, property of Lyle Menendez.
Yeah, Lyle Menendez. Or what is the line? It's if you prick a murderer, does he not bleed all the way back to his Rockingham estate?
Right.
And stuff like that, where it's you've dated yourself, but it's still funny. But in these movies, that's the other thing. You would want to purposefully avoid topical jokes.
I was really trying to listen to when they would speak Italian in the film, especially when they're back in Sicily, because I was expecting that to be funny as well. I mean, wasn't there already a joke in another one of these? I can't remember which one it was, but basically they're saying baseball player names, I think it is.
When they're speaking Italian, you mean?
Yeah, when they're speaking another language, not necessarily even Italian.
I think that sounds about right. I see what you thought that since it's a foreign language, it would be linguine, fettuccine, yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I think in a weaker movie, they would have done that.
Yeah.
They kind of do it, right?
Yeah. I mean, there are times where I'm okay, that was this word or that was that word. But, even being passingly okay with Italian, I was that actually sounds like it's fairly okay. It wasn't really throwing itself in my face as far as this is a fake language. Right.
Not like Billy Burke's character who says essentially bastardized American words with Uchi or something at the end. Bastard Uchi. I mean, that's his first set of lines in the movie is him just saying some weird word with an Italianism at the end of it to try to make it sound Italian. And it obviously, I would say Billy Burke, he does the best kind of thing of imitating James Caan in The Godfather. He obviously really overdoes it, but that's the point.
Because he's both James Caan and Fredo at the same time. He's Sonny and Fredo, which I was oh, okay, that's kind of nice that you combine those two characters that he starts to fuck up for. So then it's which is interesting too, because there's a third brother in the flashback, but you never see that third brother.
Right?
Because there's the two boys and then there's the baby that the mom has on her breast. And I'm just okay, where's that brother at? So whoops.
Again, I assume it's intentional.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, again, these are these movies where, things don't even stay scene to scene, right? At one point, young Tony gets smashed by the door and gets turned into a weird melting monster.
Right. And then he becomes Tiny Tim for a minute.
Yeah. So, again, these are these kinds of movies where your mileage is going to vary, and I don't try to convince people that things I find to be funny are funny, but if you know what this movie is going for, I think you're going to enjoy it. And if you're looking for a movie like this that you haven't seen before, if you've exhausted watching Naked Gun and Airplane all these times, give it a watch. You enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was worried you weren't going to enjoy it. I really was.
It was way better than Robin Hood Men in Tights.
which I have not seen.
You're not missing anything.
I haven't seen the source material, though. I've never seen the Costner movie, so...
Oh, okay.
I'm not motivated to watch the Costner movie, and I'm not motivated to watch the comedy version of the Costner movie.
I have to say Alan Rickman almost makes it really worth your while to see that movie.
You mean the actual movie?
The Kevin Costner film.
Yeah.
I mean, he pretty much just steals the show.
As the sheriff, right?
Yeah, he's amazing.
I mean, that would be the reason I would watch it, but I don't, like, I'm trying to think, like, in the 90s, a fair amount of these came out, again, it's essentially ended by Scary Movie in 2000, but this is, Hot Shots 1 and 2, I like a lot, but I like this more.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at a list right now, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, of course, you mentioned Plump Fiction, but I'm like, oh, yeah, High School High, Spy Hard,
Yep.
Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood.
Great movie. Great
Dracula
movie.
Dead and Loving It. All the Naked Guns, Silence of the Hams, Fatal Instinct. I talked about Robin Hood Men in Tights. I guess you could say CB4, possibly. Loaded Weapon 1.
Oh my God, I love that movie.
Right?
You like Loaded Weapon 1 too?
It's been forever since I've seen it, but I remember digging it. And then when I was working at the movie theater, one came and went very quickly called A Man Called Sarge, which I haven't seen since 1990. So I need to get back and check that out. Yeah, it was basically a war movie parody with Mark Singer, right? The guy from Beastmaster.
Oh, wow.
And Gary Kroger, who was one of the lesser known SNL cast members.
Oh, wow. And Jennifer Runyon.
Yep. And I believe there's another one that I picked up recently called, was it Ricky? Wasn't Ricky 6, because that's a Hong Kong film, but it was like Ricky something, and it was a parody of the Rocky films.
I don't even say Ricky O.
I do like bad parody films, and I especially like good parody films.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, good parody films are hard to do because there are more bad ones than good ones, obviously.
Right.
And the good ones there are even less great ones. And
right.
That's, I don't think this is a great one. I think the great ones are Airplane, Naked Gun, Hot Shots. But you know what? I might consider this a great one. I don't have a lot of issues with this movie. This movie is funny from the get-go. The actors give it their all. And I think that's the other thing. The actors have to buy into it. I mean, they have to be able to just straight face this entire movie. Every single bit. From the French patient, the English patient scene to the Forrest Gump scene. Oh God,
I forgot about that. Yeah.
The English patient scene is fucking insane.
Yeah.
It's like, what a weird reference. Like, what a weird connection to go after and make, but I loved it.
I went to a hospital for English patients. Yeah.
Yeah.
When she starts feeding them the orange and they get
out
that
of her
close
own
up.
mouth.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's definitely one worth checking out.
By the way, that movie was Ricky 6 was not Ricky O. Ricky 6 was a movie about there was a kid that murdered some people. Ricky 1 from 1986 was a parody of both Rocky and The Champ. Do you remember The Champ with Rick Schroeder? No. Okay, that was it was him. Oh my God, I just realized I think it was him and John Voight. So it's like this whole weird right-wing thing because they're both pieces of shit now. He was the one that bailed out Rittenhouse, Rick Schroeder was.
I was going to say, aren't they both complete, like, whistling in the wind fruits?
Oh, yeah.
Psychotics?
Yes.
Great. Lovely. Awesome.
Yep.
You love to see it, as they would say. Something
in the water, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we know what's in the water, and it's turning the fucking frogs gay. So, Mike, final thoughts on Jane Austen's Mafia?
If you haven't seen it and you're looking for a good parody, this is actually a good one to go to. So I don't know if I'll be rushing out to see it again, but if we ever talk about The Godfather on the show, we're going to have to bring up this one because it's a pretty darn good parody.
And it follows the plot of that first Godfather and second Godfather movie pretty goddamn closely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not joking when I say I genuinely watched this movie before Godfather, and I remember the beats from like when Sollozzo dies in The Godfather. I genuinely expect him to go like, "Get in the ocean."
Right. When I was in film school, we had to pick a scene from a movie and talk about all of the elements to that particular scene, and that was the scene that I chose, not Jane Austen's Mafia, but from The Godfather. So when you hear, I was paying very close attention to this because I had seen that scene so many times. When he's there and he's about to shoot the guy, and you hear the train, you hear that screech. I'm just like, they are doing it right. They're really picking up on these little things.
And again, that is the thing, like you said, if you want a good parody, this is one worth checking out. And that's the thing I appreciate about this movie, is it does things that only people who like those movies would know to do.
Exactly.
I mean, that's from the book too. The thing with the train noise, that's from the book. And they didn't need to do it. They didn't have to do it.
No.
And yet here we are. And it works. It works really well.
I don't think people talk about how closely to the book Coppola stayed. I mean, there are things that are missing, but a lot of that stuff ended up in the longer book for television, like the baker who, the baker's apprentice. I can't remember if he's
Enzo.
the one who, he plays Enzo plays a part when it comes to Vito being in the hospital, but there's another, it's the guy from Sicily that puts the finger on Michael and gets Apollonia killed. His death is in the book, and then it's in the book for television.
Oh, I didn't realize it was in the book for television.
Yeah.
Fabrizio,
yeah.
With the giant tattoo on his belly.
Yeah. Michael, I drive to you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah.
I will say this, and this might be controversial. That book is so fucking good.
I love it. I love it.
Holy shit.
You get a little bit more Johnny Fontaine in there too, right? Around the pool and everything.
Well, you get Johnny Fontaine and the Santino's girlfriend with the surgery,
the large vagina, right?
With the large vagina, right? Where he ends up, meeting the doctor who fixes his voice. Yeah,
right.
Why
don't you act like a man?
Yeah. What are you, some sort of Hollywood Finocchio? I swear to God, the book it's wild. The book has these weird detours into stuff that I'm like, I didn't even know about this, and now I'm intrigued and I'm here for it. Like all the Johnny Fontaine stuff with his friend that they never talk about. Like, oh my God. And all the stuff in Italy is way more expounded upon. I'm a huge fan of the book, and it took me, however long to read it, but man, it's good.
Yeah, I don't like when people call that book trash, because it's not trash.
No, and even if it is trash, to some other people, it's good trash.
Yeah, it's damn good trash.
It's a little salacious.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm okay with that.
It being salacious that's what draws people in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. This is a good parody movie, definitely worth checking out. And if you haven't checked it out, I don't know what streaming service is on YouTube. Probably Amazon Prime. You could rent it, but it's definitely worth checking out. Again, but mafia movies kind of have to be something you have a frame of reference for. So on that note, we'll take a break and we'll play a preview for the final podcast of Comedy Mafia Month.
Never lost the case. You're all going down. The men you see before you have engaged in all sorts of criminal activities. 20 defendants, 76 counts, at least 4 prosecutors, tapes, surveillance videos.
Mr. Denosho, you're on.
Hi, I'm Jackie Denosho. I'm defending myself in this case. I'm going to be my own lawyer.
Have you had any legal experience?
I've been in prison half my life. Sometimes I think I had too much legal experience. What do I need with the lawyers?
It's not just you. They get one of you for spitting on the sidewalk and all of you can go down.
It looks to me like he's hurting us. I'm separating him from the case.
It's not up to you.
You want to bet?
The Brunos want you dead.
Those guys love me, man.
Love you. Puts 4 bullets in you and he loves you?
Yeah, he loves me.
Now cut your heart out.
I want to offer a deal.
I rather my friends.
You have no friends.
You know what the two best words in the English language are? Things change. Do you know that this government offered me a deal to lie about these men?
Objection!
Jackie D don't rap.
One of the lady jurors said he was cute.
What is wrong with these people?
Isn't the real reason you're testifying here because I refuse sexual advances from you? You want to suck on this instead? Do you feel that the prosecutor was right?
Mother Jackie! You swing at him in this courthouse, this case is over.
Don't take it out on my friends here.
We're gonna go traveling and have us a fling.
And find me guilty.
You just wait and see.
How do I look? Good?
Nothing but the best is good enough.
May I have a sidebar? I ordered creamy peanut butter and they brought me chunky.
This isn't my department.
Nothing but the best is good enough for me.
That's right. On the next and final episode of the month, we're going to be talking about Sidney Lumet's Find Me Guilty, a film that I've never seen, but it has Vin Diesel in a wig. That's all I know. Has Vin Diesel in like a hilarious wig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it any good?
I've never actually seen it. I love my Vin Diesel films, but I never went back and watched that one.
Is it weird that like the only Vin Diesel films I've seen essentially have him saying one line?
I am Groot.
Yeah, I have seen zero. I've seen one Fast and Furious movie.
I'm not a big Fast and Furious guy. I'm all about the Riddick films, so.
Never seen them.
Yeah, I really dig those. I mean, I think I like them all. I mean, the third one's kind of a repeat of the first, but I still really enjoy it. Yeah, I dig those films.
A third one.
Oh, yeah. That one's just called Riddick. First one is Pitch Black, and then there's Chronicles of Riddick, and then just Riddick. And I'm waiting for, Furia to happen one of these days.
It's wild to me that character was like from the 90s, like early 2000s, and it's still waiting.
We went and saw, my buddy Mike Thompson and I, we went and saw Pitch Black. We saw it on a Bad Movie Sunday. The previews looked terrible. And I was like, oh, let's go see this piece of shit. And then when we got done, it's like, wow, that was really good. And then when Chronicles of Riddick came out, I was like, holy shit, it's that character from Pitch Black. This is going to be great. Loved it.
I'll have to watch him. I've never seen him. And it's for no particular reason. I know the first movie is a horror movie, kind of, right? So,
yeah.
Like monsters in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
So, until that episode, Mike, where can people find you?
You can always find me at projectionboothpodcast.com, where I host a little show called The Projection Booth, and every week we're talking about a different movie. So nothing as out there as Mafia, but we have tried to cover some comedy. But you're right, comedy is hard. It's difficult to talk about.
Yeah. It is, especially, and like this kind of comedy specifically, because it's so visually based, so many sight gags. Like there's a sight gag in every reel of this movie, like no exaggeration. Like you can find something in every scene, so go watch it. But yeah, comedy is just very much like stay away. What do you critically talk about? So as for me, Kulturecast.com, cstachiw.com, cstachiw.com. Those are the websites for the podcast and my website for the things I work on. So there you go. Mike, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching this, enjoying it. I was a little worried, honestly. Never know.
Well, thank you for having me, Chris. I appreciate it. And I'm glad to have seen this.
Yeah. And make sure to check out the next episode.